When we started looking through the box, a few things became clear. One was that all of the letters were addressed to a place called Stickney's, or to a man named John Lance. Stickney's was a store that existed in northeastern Colorado and western Nebraska from the early 1900s to the 1980s. The Stickney's stores supplied these small farming communities with tires, car parts, and tools. In Sterling, you can still see the Stickney's building at the corner of Front and Main. John Lance, from what could be gathered in the letters, was the manager of Stickney's in the 30s and 40s. A large portion of the letters are addressed to John, or open with Dear John. Most of the dates on the letters are from the early to mid-40s. Every single letter is from a former Stickney's employee, and all of these former employees were writing from some theater of the Second World War. Almost every letter mentions the gang in reference to the men who worked at Stickney's. Each employee called himself a member of the gang. It was something that tied them all together. The gang was something that was important to them, even while they were off at war. Sorting through the letters, we also found a series of homemade news bulletins created by John Lance and sent out to each member of the gang, wherever they were. He'd send them updates on the local high school football scores, new developments at the store, how hard it was to get beer, and who came home on furlough. And when they had a spare moment, the gang would write back, thanking John for the update and expressing how much they missed the store. That's one thing that really stands out in the letters. How much the gang liked working at Stickney's. How most of them wanted to be back there. The letters are a snapshot of young men from a small, almost inconsequential part of the world. They went out to fight wherever they were sent, and wrote hundreds of letters saying how they couldn't wait to come back. And, tragically, at least one member of the gang never made it home. Even with all of this ink, paper, and postage, you'd have trouble finding the proper words to express the feeling of loss. And I won't even try. Instead, I'll just leave you with this quote from one of the letters. I'm sorry to hear about Kenneth. I didn't know him personally, or at least don't remember him, but he was one of the gang, and that's what really counts.